Cathedral opened its doors to photographers at 5 a.m. on Midsummer morning of the 21st of June 2019. This was a unique opportunity to use my Nikon P900 camera plus tripod to capture the beautiful rose window in all its glory. The amazing camera zoom is used to capture the detail and colours as the early morning light shines through the stained glass. The rose window was originally glazed in the 15th century by Richard Pickering. The current window was made in 1876 by Clayton and Bell of London. The original designs for the window were lost. The centre of the rose window depicts Jesus Christ with the words Salvator Mundi. Salvator Mundi is represented as a central motif in artworks since the 15th century, as shown in some of these images. Salvator Mundi is Latin for Saviour of the world, and is a subject depicting Christ with his right hand raised in blessing and his left hand holding an orb, frequently surmounted by a cross, and the orb symbolises the earth. One painting of the subject, here, simply titled Salvator Mundi, was attributed or reattributed to Leonardo da Vinci in 2011. In 2017, this painting sold at auction for $450,300,000, the highest price ever paid for a painting. The full length of the nave was needed in order to obtain an unobstructed view of the rose window. The Salvator Mundi can now be shown in all its detail, colours and majesty, with the early morning light shining through. Salvator Mundi is surrounded next by 12 figures of the apostles. The first panel depicts the apostle Peter. He is shown holding the keys to the kingdom of heaven and a book representing the gospel. The second panel depicts the apostle Andrew. He is shown holding a saltire cross. This is an X-shaped cross, now commonly known as a St. Andrew's cross. The third panel depicts the apostle James, son of Zebedee. He is shown dressed as a pilgrim, symbolising his extensive journeys, including to Santiago de Compostela. The fourth panel depicts the apostle John. He is shown holding a book and an eagle. John is the presumed author of the Gospel, and the eagle symbolises the height he rose to in the first chapter of his Gospel. The fifth panel depicts the apostle Philip. He is shown holding a long staff with a cross, which symbolises him being martyred by crucifixion or the spear, or bound to a cross and stoned to death. The sixth panel depicts the apostle James the Lesser. He is shown holding a club. This symbolises the moment of his near death, when he rose to ask for forgiveness for his enemies, who then beat him to death with the fuller's club. The seventh panel depicts the apostle Thomas. He is shown holding a spear. This symbolises Thomas's death when he was shot with arrows, stoned and left to die. A priest then ran a spear through him. The 8th panel depicts the Apostle Bartholomew. He is shown holding a flagellation knife and book representing the legend that says he was flayed after being crucified. The book represents the Gospel of Matthew. The 9th panel depicts the Apostle Judas Iscariot. He is shown holding a bag of coins. This represents his betrayal of Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. The 10th panel depicts the Apostle Simon the Zealot. He is shown holding a saw. This symbolises how he was martyred by being beheaded or sawn in pieces. The 11th panel depicts the Apostle Jude. He is shown holding a ship. This symbolises his travels to many places to preach the gospel. The 12th panel depicts the Apostle Matthew. He is shown holding an axe. This symbolises the battle axe, the weapon used to behead him. In the outer circle are angels and the 24 elders, as recorded in the book of Revelations chapter 4. This reads as, "In a circle about this throne were 24 other thrones, and on them sat 24 elders, robed in white and wearing crowns of gold. Each of the angels is holding a banner on which is written, Sanctus, 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 meaning Holy, Holy, Holy. The identity of the elders is unknown, but there are a few clues within Revelations 4. These clues, along with numerous other references, show us that the 24 elders are former Jews and Gentiles, prophets and apostles, who are in heaven as members of the universal church made up of all of humanity that has trusted Christ as their Saviour. The Rose Window is just one example of the beautiful stained glass of Durham Cathedral. I will be showing more examples plus other treasures in future uploads.